The new Le Fin Lame punch bracelet. Now, it's not often you're able to revolutionize cigar accessories. Things like cutters have been around for ages, and there's a reason you can't really go much farther. But Le Fin Lame have really tried to do something new here. So we're going to unbox it and get right into it and show what this new punch bracelet is. So first and foremost, it comes in this square box, sort of rectangular box. Nice packaging with the French flag right here. Le Fin Lame, obviously everything is created in France. And when you open it, you get this nice little, sort of satin bag. You've got the bracelet and all that stuff in here. You've also got this instruction booklet and a sort of explanation as to what this is. This looks exactly like the iPhone SIM ejection tool. This actually is used to clear the tobacco pieces or the gunk out of the cutter itself. But this is just sort of standard literature, general information, how to cut and all that stuff. But it's got that tool. So setting this stuff aside, let's take a look at the product itself. Inside this nice little satin bag, you got a very much jewelry-like packaging, and this is what you get. So here are some extra bracelets. A look at what the tiger eye looks like, and just the standard black. And here you have the cutter itself. Now this is the lava version. So this is, black sort of hardened lava turned into stone. And right here, as you can see, is the main part of the accessory. Now, the idea is to have it on as a bracelet like this, or with more bracelets, like so. Looks pretty stylish. I'm not a huge bracelet wearer, so this will definitely be Ruben's accessory. But this is the sort of intent. So it's supposed to be stylish, but also sort of a concealed, and you can wear this, either way, whatever way you think fits. It's a sort of concealed and portable cutter, which I actually really like the idea of. It's easy to just slip off. And here you have a cutter. Now, my first reservations for this was obviously the style. I mean, this is very much so an accessory that you want to get if you like the look of it and if you wear bracelets. But I was a little bit skeptical towards this part now. I was worried that it would be very chunky and it would be very heavy, but they've actually managed to both make it feel very legit. It is a very solid piece of metal, but it isn't very heavy. I mean, it matches the rest of the bracelet. This part doesn't feel like it's just weighing down the whole bracelet and makes it chunky. And it is pretty slim. I mean, basically the same width as the rest of the balls. So I think they've actually made a really good design here. So let's reveal and show how it works. So it's basically just that simple. It's a bracelet where you unscrew it and you have a puncher. Now this is actually razor sharp, and I'll show you in a second just how the cut works. But it's actually very, very simple to use. Very, very simple. It's not a lot more than that. I think it's very cool because there is no product similar to this on the market. It's very much a revolutionized sort of way to conceal and carry a punch, but it's done in a very simple and kind of a logical way. I mean, this makes a lot of sense and it looks pretty sleek. So let's bring out a cigar and let's put it to the test and show how well it cuts. All right, so we have a Vega Fina 1998 here, and a friend pointed this out to me, and I wanted to just touch on it quickly. You can actually use this bracelet as a rest for the cigar very easily. It just snaps into place like that. It stays very solidly because of the just shape of it. It's easy to use this as a rest, which is actually kind of a cool addition if you're just out on the go and you want to set it down. So that's another nice use for it. So let's try it out here. You just unscrew it as so, and I think the quality is very, very good. As with all things Le Fin Lame, it feels very, very well constructed. And it just feels like a premium punch. I've used other, very cheap punchers, and it just seems like a much more blunt tool. So let's try this out here. And I like to just kind of screw my punches in so I don't crack the case or crack the cap. And you can just lift this off. I went kind of deep here. You don't really need to go that deep. You just need to get the cap. But it does make a very clean punch, as you can tell. That's a very nice punch cut. I went a little deeper than you need to, but it does make a very clean one. And I think the sharpness of it makes it very easy to just add more if you want to try the draw. Now, in general, on non-Cubans, punches do work very well, but it just depends if you want to add more. It isn't the thickest punch. Obviously, I think to make this a lot more thick, it would be a very clunky bracelet, but I think it's very, very good for on the go, and that makes a very clean punch. And in general, it doesn't really get stuck in here. And I want to add that their little tool, you can put that in the wallet or on your keyring, as they say, but I don't really think it's necessary, to be honest. I've tried this out for a couple of weeks now, and whenever stuff got kind of stuck here, I just blew on it. If you blow on it very hard, it just kind of falls out. So you don't really need the tool. It could be good to have around, but in general, you're going to be fine. So I think, again, Le Fin Lame is that kind of company, along with their knives. It's that kind of company where this isn't traditional. They're not making, you know, industry standard stuff. They're making things that are a little bit outside of the box, and I think they want to make good functionality, which I think both of these tools are, in a good design kind of standpoint. And I do think they really achieve there, because I think they don't skimp around with the quality. Both these products that I've been using for weeks now stand up incredibly well in sharpness, durability, design, all that stuff, but they also have that design element. And I'm gonna have the same conclusion here as with the Le Fin Lame cutter. This isn't, it could be your everyday punch, but it's not your everyday punch in the sense that you're not just carrying around the little punch tool. You get this extra part, the extra bracelet aspect. So it's not really that much of a quintessential punch tool in that sense, if it makes any sense. But if you like the design and you think this looks really good, then I think it's, again, a no-brainer. If you don't have a punch tool, this is incredible quality. It works fantastically well. And if you like the design, like I said, it is a no-brainer. I think it works really well. And I want to add one last thing here. The design it's very smart in the sense that I smoke cigars out on my balcony, and I usually gather all my tools from inside when I go out to smoke. And what I really like about this, the bracelet aspect of it, is I put on the bracelet and I gather all my other stuff. And a few times I've thought about, like, whoa, where's my cutter? And then I just realized, oh, it's on my wrist. I'm already ready to go. I don't need to carry it in my pocket or whatever. It just is very seamless, and I think that is a very good thing. And if you're out on the go, it's really good to have this. I mean, you don't even need to bring a cutter in your pocket or bag or anything. So if you like the design, which I actually really do, even though I'm not a bracelet wearer in general, I think this is a no-brainer. It's going to be about 50 euros now when it's starting up, and then I think it's going to go a little bit higher if you don't get the early bird prices. But I mean, for the design and all that stuff, it's worth it in that sense. Obviously, there are cheaper punch cutters. Sometimes you'll get lower materials, but it's just this added design thing, which I think a lot of people do love. I've seen a lot of buzz on this on Instagram. So I just wanted to go through it, show you guys the unboxing, show you guys how it works, and give my initial thoughts. But so far, I'm actually very impressed. So good job, Le Fin Lame, on this product as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys, as always, in the next one. Cheers.